Hi, welcome to Keto Life Support, where we make your keto life sustainable, fun, and low stress. I'm Kim Howerton from theketonis.com, and I'll be coming to you weekly with some of my keto besties to bring you the practical, real-world keto advice that you need. Quick disclaimer, I am not a doctor, and even if we have a doctor in the house, he or she is not your doctor, and nothing on this show should be taken as medical advice. Always check with a trusted medical professional about your personal medical concerns. Hi, welcome to another short episode of Keto Life Support. This is Kim Howerton, and today I'm actually going to be talking about what I think might be the most important topic, how to start. Because if you don't start, well, you're just not doing it. So how to start? Well, I know a lot of people are really tied in knots of anxiety about doing this right. And so they never actually begin. And I just want to stop that nonsense. We're going to just dive right in with some key points. Of course, you're going to refine. Of course, you're going to improve. But this is a lifestyle. You got to start living it. So how do you start? Well, the first thing is that we're going to cut out the carbs. So you're like, okay, that's it, Kim. I'm starting keto tomorrow. What do I do? Okay, you're going to avoid any starches. So no potatoes, no sweet potatoes. You're going to avoid any grains. So including things made with grains. So no rice, but also no bread, no pastries, no pasta, right? So no grains. Now we're moving on to sugars. You're going to eliminate those. So that means nothing with sugar in it. Generally speaking, anything sweet, probably you could say it has sugar in it. That includes added sugar to your coffee. That includes honey. I know, it's natural, still sugar. That includes sweet fruits. Okay, so we're going to eliminate all of those things jumping in. So what do you eat when you start keto? Well, you can eat things like steak, bunless burgers. So any kind of meat is going to be a pretty safe choice. Right? You can also include in that category eggs. If you tolerate dairy, you can do cheese, right? That's awesome. Then we're going to move on to the next category of things you can eat. You can add fats to things. And so this can be a huge lifesaver when you first start keto, because when you eliminate the carbs, what are you going to sort of supply your energy with? Well, it's going to be the fats. So that first couple of weeks of keto, don't try and limit any of this food. In my opinion, just eat to satiety. All right. We can talk about some more structure later, but right now we're going to eat to satiety. We're going to add butter to things. We're going to use olive oil. We're going to use avocado oil. We're going to use some sour cream if we tolerate dairy. We're going to use some cream cheese. So those are both dairy products, but they're very, very high fat dairy. So the kind of dairy we're avoiding, unless, like I said before, you're dairy intolerant, in which case you should avoid any of the dairy. But high-fat dairy tends to be more okay because it doesn't have as much lactose. It has a lot of fat. But we are going to avoid milk completely, all right? So no more milk in your coffee. Put some heavy cream in there. No more lattes at Starbucks, even if you don't put sugar in them, because that's just too much milk, all right? So coffee is always a big thing. You can put some cream in your coffee. Starbucks has cream. This is not an ad for Starbucks. Just everyone seems to go there. You can put some butter in your coffee. What do you do if you like sweetened coffee? My general advice is to get some stevia drops or some Truvia packets at the store. And those tend to be good choices for most people. All of the sweeteners that tend to come with coffee bars, not so good choices on the sweetener additives. So you'll want to avoid the little packets there and bring your own. Super easy to do. All right. So we've talked about when you're starting, what do you eat? I mean, that was a real big overview. If you go to the ketonis.com and sign up for the newsletter, you can cancel it afterwards if you want to. There's actually a whole pamphlet about what to eat when you first start keto. You can download that, and that'll make this easier than listening to me talk about it. But some other important points about starting keto. When you first go keto, those first few days, your body is going to drop water weight, which is awesome. But along with that happens a thing that's kind of not so fun for some people called the keto flu. I don't really love the term keto flu. I call it carb withdrawal and electrolyte imbalance, but that's very long. So keto flu seems catchier. What is it? What's going on there? Well, when you first go keto, you flush this glycogen stores out and your electrolytes go wonky because you've dropped all that water weight and along with it went a lot of your electrolytes. So you're going to need to replenish your sodium most importantly, and it's probably not a bad idea for a little magnesium. Grab some magnesium glycinate at the store. But you're going to want about 2 teaspoons of salt every day. Get a good quality salt like a Redmond's Real Salt or a Pink Himalayan or a Grey Celtic Sea Salt. I'm not saying that because I'm fancy. I'm saying that because they come from ancient seabeds rather than the current sea. And if you know anything about what is going on with the oceans, they're a little bit polluted. So I would rather my sea come from a time before diesel. Anyway, so that's why I suggest those kinds of salts. So if you get about 2 teaspoons of those a day over the course of the day, don't do it all at once. It'll be a disaster. I promise. You get that over the course of your day. You should be feeling pretty good. Some people need a little more, some people need a little less, but that's about average. So far we've talked about the fact that you're jumping into keto, you're dumping the carbs, you're increasing the fats, you're eating some good quality protein, you're eating big meals rather than snacking all day. It will really help. So, your first couple of days on keto, you might be used to eating smaller meals. Eat some solid big meals. Get a little bit full. And then you're going to go several hours without any thought of needing to eat again. You can sip on some iced coffee. You can sip on some sparkling water. Drinks like that can be really helpful as well. You're going to want to cut out the soda. Right? It's not the best thing, but sparkling water is awesome. There are some sort of more keto-friendly sodas like Zevia. I'm for them. Do what you got to do. Don't let perfection stand in the way of your starting, though. I mean, there are a lot of people that kept drinking their Diet Coke for a while. It's okay. All right. Now everyone's going to say I said Diet Coke was okay. It's not optimal, but really, the thing we're trying to get you to do is to drop the carbs. That is our number one goal, if I haven't made that clear. Okay. And then, along with dropping the carbs, we're trying to make that pleasant, which means you have to replace your electrolytes so you don't feel like garbage. The other thing you should be aware of is you might be a little tired. Your body is switching over from its primary fuel source was glucose, and now we're switching over to being a fat burner, and your body's just going to be a little confused. You're like a toddler in there, right? It's like weaving into the furniture. I mean, not literally, but your energy system is getting adjusted to a new life. So be kind to yourself. If you're probably not going to kill it in the gym for a few weeks, but after that point, when you get fat adapted, sky's the limit. You'll be doing awesome. So be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. All right. So hopefully that gave you a little head start on just do it, people. Just start. Stop futzing around. Okay? All right. So like I said, if you go to theketonis.com, sign up for the newsletter, you'll get a guide on how to do this if you like paper better than hearing me talk. And from there, it should be awesome. All right. Take care, guys. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us on Keto Life Support. If you'd like more, you can join our friendly Facebook group, Keto Life Support. Can't find it? Go to ketolifesupport.com. If you ever want to suggest a topic for discussion, that would be the place to do it. We'd really, really appreciate it if you would go to your podcast app and subscribe, because that's awesome. And what would be super awesome is if you'd be so kind as to write a review for us. Though we would love it if that review was awesome, just writing a review is all we ask. So have a fabulous keto week, and we'll see you next time.